Just wanted to show off this new jumper cable, booster cable that I got to replace the one that melted here at Camp Freedom 2 when I was trying to charge up my old battery, my old house battery system, which I put back in here because I'm getting ready to leave here very soon if everything goes smoothly. And I'm going to use that battery to try to apply it towards the cost of getting an AGM house battery. Not going to anything too big because I can't afford it, but hopefully something strong enough to, run the fan, which you see is on right now. I have left the fan on all night. Even though my battery system is dead. There we go. I've left the fan on. It's still good enough to run the fan, so I'm going to have to get I have to get a battery replacement for this jump starter unit because the one in here is pretty much shot too. And it's going to cost me with shipping and stuff about $35 to get a battery, which I guess it's worth it to have the jump starter working again. Then I need to get a house battery. The one I'm looking at is actually from Harbor Freight. It may not be the best quality, but it's like $75 for a 35 amp hour. I could get two of them for like $150, and that would give me 70 amp hours, which is kind of weak, but maybe enough. I might even try to make it off one with just the 35 amp hour because all I really use it for is running the fan at night. You know, when I'm cooking and doing other stuff, the engine's running to keep the unit charged up. So it's not like I sit there and cook without the engine on. I wouldn't want to do that because it drain the battery. And so a 75 amp hour one may be enough. I mean, a 35 amp hour may be enough. I don't know. If I can't afford it, I'll get two of them and then wire them so that I get 70 amp hours. But anyhow, this booster cable that I got from Academy Sports was on sale. They said it's normally like $10 or $11, and I got it on sale for like $3.70 something cents. So that was a really good deal. $3 or $4 for this jumper cable. But as you can see, it's only it's a 10 gauge, which is the wiring that I'm using to wire up my house battery system. So people say you should go with the larger wire, you know, like maybe a 6 gauge or even smaller, or a 0 gauge or 1 gauge, I don't know. The smallest you can get, you know, the smallest gauge number you can get, which means the largest wiring. But I think I'm okay with the 10 gauge wiring because there hasn't really been an issue other than, you know, my fuse here, which is this yellow wire is 12 gauge. So it's smaller than the house wire, which the black wire right there, that's the 10 gauge house wire. So it gets really hot right here. And it was hot enough in the past that it melted this whole unit. So I was going to make a new fuse unit myself because I couldn't find one to buy. And don't really have the funds right now. So I will probably make some just to prepare it, even though, you know, people are saying, hey, you don't really want to jimmy rig that because you know a lot depends on it. I understand, but all it is just wiring to connect a fuse, and you know if it heats up, the fuse will burn. So I'm not too worried about jimmy rigging something like that. It's not really that complicated, and I'll probably go ahead and do that just to have a spare. I maybe do one or two more of those things just to have a spare fuse holder for a 30 amp fuse. But just wanted to point out that, you know, if you look around, Academy Sports, Walmart and whatnot, I think I saw this same kind of cable here at Walmart for like $7. So getting it for under $4 was a great deal. I'm going to take it out of the box now and just put it into my storage here for jumper units and power systems and stuff. Got to get organized, you know. So also made another improvement. Well, first off, I got my cable here for extension, which I picked up at my ex-girlfriend's house, so that's great. I can now use this, and when I have to plug in at a park or something, you know, for the rice cooker, because it's not long enough, or the laptop. I also made an addition here, put in, basically because I got rid of my son's boogie board. I have all the space back here, and I had thought of putting in a cubby hole for more food storage, but I don't really need more food storage. I've got plenty here in my drawers here, refrigerator, and now some up front. So I'm just going to make it so that I can hang some jackets here. These are heavy-duty jackets because it's starting to get cold. So I can carry several jackets in here, and I put some warmer clothes into my drawers back there, which I don't use that often, but if I do travel and head out of Florida, I may need it. So now I have a hanger here, and I can hang probably 2 or 3 items. I might put another hanger in here. Just basically taking the hanger from the camp over here. Got my kid's clothes. He accidentally left it with me. But I'm going to take a couple, maybe one more hanger and put it here so I can hang up to 3 items back here. Maybe even 2 more. One more. I'll take one more hanger, a blank one, just in case I need to hang something else back here. And of course, I now have my own boogie board. My old boogie board is now up here on this back of the latch. It's attached here with, I use the hooks here, the eyelet hooks. And put one here, one here, one here, and one here. Actually, the ones on the end here, they were part of the shower system. So I just use the same holes. You can see my hooks are holding it, and it holds it in place. You don't even notice it. So we got a little closet here now for hanging jackets. A little hanging up thing. I figure out what to do with this wood here, because it's in my racks right there. Because this is spare. It's left over. So I may carry it with me, or I may get rid of it, because you know, you don't really want to carry extra stuff around when you're in a minivan, especially. The space is a premium. So I'm cleaning things out right now. I've been going through bags of clothes. These are some of my clothes and stuff that I picked up from my girlfriend's place. So I'm going through all this stuff to pick up some clothes and some other items. I have my old solar panel, which is dead. I may try to fix that. And of course, if you saw an earlier episode, I was cooking on the rocket stove, so I'm leaving this stuff here. I found an extra rice cooker that I'm going to leave at Camp Freedom. So whoever comes here will have access to this. It's 300 watts, just like mine. It's my older one. And I'm going to leave this unit here so that if I come back by here, if it's still here, you know, I can plug in my inverter to that outlet. And, you know, as long as you're running more than 300 watts, you should be able to cook using that rice cooker. So I will leave this here as a gift. If you happen to come by the camp, you can leave it here for others to use, or if you need a rice cooker, feel free to take it. Basically, you can take anything you want from the camp, but it'd be nice to leave stuff here for other people. Also, I'm leaving this, I can't find the top of this portion here, but this is a solar lamp. I'm going to let it sit out here and charge up during the day here. But it's a solar lamp that collects energy from the sun, and then you can use it if you need to. But it's only like 1 lumen, so it's not very bright at all. Well, you can see it at night, but it's not very bright. Like those little portable light things are like 10 lumens, I think. 7 or 10 lumens each. This is only 1, so it's really weak. I wish I could get some more lights to put at the camp, and you know, in a battery system, so when you come here at night, you can have some lights on. You know, ideally I could hook up that solar panel or get it working, and then provide some power here at the hut, so somebody who decides to sleep here at night can have some light. You can see I went through my pile of firewood because I've been using the stove quite a bit, and actually cooked breakfast here this morning. It looks all wet here because I watered it down to put out the fire. But you can basically use this stove to cook. I've flattened this out right now so that this, let me show you here. This grate that I brought can be set right on here, and then you can cook on it. You can, you know, have your own frying pan or pot or whatever and heat up water and cook food. Like this morning I cooked some eggs and sausages to make another McNoy meal. And if you have to dump the ashes there, I've been dumping it across the camp over here on this side. Make sure, you know, it's out. Like I don't dump it till I'm sure that it's totally out, like the next morning or something. And just dump it here away from everything. And that's what I've been doing. Just basically make sure that you dump your items across from the living area so that you don't attract animals and whatnot. And if you're going to dump the ashes, make sure there's no flame, no embers or anything. You don't want to start a fire out here. So that's what's going on. I still haven't ridden my bike yet and don't even feel like it, but I may ride it. I don't know. I haven't decided. The reason is I have to go through all these items. I have all this clothing that I have to go through and pack what I can take with me in the vehicle. And the rest I'm going to donate to Goodwill if it's in good shape. You can see my little Razor scooter here that I had originally bought for my son, but he never got to use it because we didn't have the battery charger, which I still don't know where I'm going to get. And I don't want to spend a lot of money on it because I bought the whole Razor scooter here at Goodwill for like $8. So I'm thinking of stripping it totally apart and taking the motor out and the battery, even though the battery may be dead by now, and hooking it up to my bicycle to turn it into an electric bike. And as far as, oh, just wanted to point out something. The other day I upgraded the kitchen area, and I cut my holder in half and put half of it over there to hold my seasoning. And here I use this to hold my plates and stuff, but it was really weak right here, and I had a spoon or fork and I hit it and it cracked open. So if you decide to do something like this, you might want to reinforce the corner here with I use duct tape and it's holding now. So put some duct tape there before the unit busts on the corner if you're hanging it like this. But I can carry a couple plates, cups, a couple spoons and forks, so that when I want to cook and eat up here, I don't have to go to the back kitchenette area. Because this area, you know, with the bike rack on it and the bike normally, it's hard to open up. So I don't come back here too much anymore, and that's why stuff like jackets are back here. You know, only if it's cold, and then I'll take the jacket and put it up front. I've got like 2 or 3 jackets. Actually, like, I think I have too many jackets. I may try to sell this one. It's a nice leather motorcycle jacket. And I even have a liner. It's still at my girlfriend's place, so maybe I'll list it for sale on Craigslist or something. I bought it and never ever wore it. It's really a motorcycle jacket, but it looks really cool. It's like a black jacket. And we got my military jacket here from my Air Force days. You can see this is before they went to the tan ones that are were used in Desert Storm, and I think the current ones they're using are kind of grayish blue, maybe still tan, but I think grayish blue is the current color. These were when they were still doing greens and stuff, like, because we were fighting people in the jungles, you know. So lots of planes and noises going on this morning. There's the airplane up there. Probably can't see it, and I'm not gonna bother zooming in, but I had a plane almost stall out earlier today, but it looks like they're okay. Anyhow, that's the upgrades for today. You can see I have Lil Blue II. It's a big mess right now because I just packed a bunch of stuff. Hey, you know, decided to grab this magazine, Ahoy magazine, because I was published in it. So if you want to look this stuff up, this is my program here called The Artist for the Commodore 128, and the issue is December 1986. It was actually published in this magazine. So you see here the artist. Where's the artist? The artist for the Commodore 128 by Denoy DeBoer. One of my articles. Anyhow, I guess that's the update for now on what's going on at Camp Freedom 2 and Lil Blue II.